Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Time is moving so fast. I have all this stuff on my plate right now, the weeks are flying by. So what's up, Monday? We're back. How was your weekend? Mine was like a long weekend, but it was a fast weekend. But when I think about sitting with you Friday doing, what did we do? The law of the present moment. We had an amazing message about love. That does seem like a while ago, but I'm just saying, like, it's Monday again, it's Friday again, it's Saturday again. Like, I keep having these moments where I'm like, oh my God, where is the time going? So does that mean we're having fun? Or does that just mean like we're delusional? So anyways, good morning, Monday. I slept in, but that's to be expected when we had 2 intense nights of the full moon. How was the full moon for you? Yesterday was actually the full moon, but the Saturday night is when I really actually felt like the inability to sleep. I don't know if the full moon does that for you, but it's this like you're revved up, you're feeling the energies. So actually it was more Saturday night because last night I was so exhausted. Oh, I slept, honey. I slept. But this morning it wasn't like rise and shine. It was like Jesus F. So I did lots of yard work. Mowing is so exhausting. Shout out to my son who literally did it all summer long. I only did half of the property yesterday and I was like wiped out from it. But I did do something fun in the yard yesterday. Fun for me, it was time to harvest the Ella campaign roots. I was so excited to have that this year, so blessed. So I have some fresh chopped Ella campaign roots sitting in some honey right now, making some great medicine, seeing that everyone's getting like a winter cold pretty early here in October. Even I'm a little sniffly, snotty, just a tad. But try to up the garlic, up the herbs, up the tea, up the love, right? Up the statements that my body is magnificent. The cells in my body are extraordinary. I have a phenomenal relationship with my body. I am resilient and I have phenomenal coping skills. So thank you, Marissa Peer, for always reminding me to talk myself big, talk myself up, use big words. Your brain mind is always listening. Your brilliant mind is always listening. Use big, brilliant words to describe yourself and your life, and your body will respond. Your mind will respond. So I've been trying to do that. Funny at times because I came home Saturday and I wasn't even in the door like 20 minutes and my one dog peed everywhere. Like we're talking like around the kitchen table, around the room, in front of the window, in front of another window. Like she had a trail of piss. And so as I'm cleaning it and wiping it and spraying it and mopping it, I'm saying I have phenomenal coping skills. My coping skills are phenomenal. So anyways, it gave me a good laugh. I got the pee cleaned up. Not a big deal, I guess, except for the fact that my house just perpetually stinks like dog and dog residue and basement and rabbits and I forgot to light my Nog Champa this morning. So I'll have to do that. The heater finally clicked on. It's finally cold enough in Pennsylvania that the heater wants to be on. And so I went outside this morning and Let the chickens out, and everything is frosted and beautiful. And with the sunlight coming in, it looks like diamonds on the leaves. So I came back in, grabbed my iPhone to go back out and take some pictures for my Instagram. So I don't know what I'm going to take pictures of for my Instagram. I might have to go back through my photos and see what I haven't posted this year. But I know I need to give a little bit more to Instagram, but it's kind of like one of those platforms. It's like I've got almost 1,000 followers on Herbal Marie, and I want to keep giving to everybody, but it just seems Instagram's weird. Like, you have 1,000 followers, but really less than 100. Like, if 100 people like your stuff, like, it's just like the weird return ratio. So anyways, maybe after another 30 some laws of the universe, I will understand how that all works. Today we're doing law number 73, which is the law of process. And it looks like it's just a nice, respectable paragraph, small paragraph. So we're going to do the law of process today. We can review the law of the present moment that we did Friday, and then after we do the laws, and I get some Nag Champa smoking up in here, we're going to pull some magic of flowers today to kind of see, like, new Monday, new week, where we at. So I don't know about you, but the synchronicities are banging in my life. And I listened to a couple videos this weekend, and it was funny how, like, they had made that video last week, but I didn't listen to it. But at about the same time, I'm sitting here in the morning pulling very similar oracle cards. So it's always fun to see, like, how my messages line up with messages of people that I think know more than me. So it's a good reminder for me to actually really, like, respect the messages that I'm getting, and for me to remind you to respect the messages that you're getting in your life, and the things that are popping up in your life. That is what is supposed to be going on in your life. So, really kind of be open to what's coming at you. Let this full moon energy bring up the stuff that needs to be healed. And I am so aware of mine. It's ridiculous. Like, it is really, 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 really time. I'm so sorry for all that, but it is really time for me to be with myself, love myself, be whole within myself, and be an independent lady who loves herself. So that message is very clear to me now. I'm sort of embracing my celibacy. I know, you thought I'd never say that. But if I just got through this full moon, I survived without penetration. Like, so guess what? I am actually really coming across, like, a lot more support, how beautiful and magical it can be to just be celibate for a while and get to know myself and love myself and feel kind of, here's the thing, I kind of have to, like, love up and relish in the release and the freedom that I don't have to be responsible right now for a lover. Because for being married for so long, like, sex became something that was expected, and something that, you know, I felt like an obligation, or I had to, or it was just like we're married, you owe it to me to give it to me whenever I want. You know what I mean? Kind of like that type of energy. And that type of energy made me actually resent being intimate sometimes, because I didn't feel like that was intimacy. I felt like I was a hired hoe. So knowing that, like, I don't have to do that right now. Like, I don't even have to have a lover on the side that's, like, demanding of me. There are 0 demands in my life sexually right now. So it was kind of just like, wow, like, this is actually kind of cool. Like, in a way, like, after like I've sort of surpassed and gotten over my physical needs, or like what I was like used to or whatever, like I'm like, okay, so I can actually focus on some other things right now and not cater to anyone's demands. I don't have to answer to anyone right now on all these levels. It's really nice. So anyways, I don't know, I guess that's still on my plate, of course. That's a big issue with me because it ties into all my other issues. It ties in to the other things that I need to heal and be whole again. So anyways, the full moon, my point is the full moon brought up a little bit more of that for me to, I want to say digest, or just be aware of, and be like, okay, I see you, I see what's going on, and let's bring it up and let's shine a light on it, because this full moon was so bright, like, and it was so big in the sky. I felt like I could reach, at one point I felt like I could reach out and like literally grab the moon. It was so close and so bright. It was like you had to look away. It was like looking into the sun, at least where I was at. So anyways, you guys, we did the law of present moment, which basically said time does not exist. Time is a social agreement. Past and future have no reality except in our own mental constructs. I can't read my writing. Oh, we keep regret about past and anxiety about future alive with our imaginings. Time is abstract. Handwriting is bad. Practice remembering all you have is here and now, present moment, improve. Okay, so yeah, good job. Good job on the notes. But it was a great, big law. Not that it was long, but it just was so dang. So now we're going to do the law of process. I'm just waiting to see if my heat clicks on. All right, that's going to be loud. I always have to, like, when I'm doing Herbal Marie podcast, if I hear like the heater's going to click on, I have to hurry up and end the segment because it's like blowing in the back. Oh well, nobody here cares. Moving on. The law of process. Whew. This law of process is an awareness that we have things to accomplish in our life. If we wish to reach a certain goal, we must set a direction, and in parentheses it says create order. We must set a direction, prepare well, and proceed in small but sure steps. Any achievement can be managed in increments. Skipping a single step or taking a shortcut often results in failure. Also included in this law is the knowing to appreciate the accomplishment of a step toward a goal. All right, that's it. Happy Monday. Hello, Monday. The law of process. So being aware that we have things to accomplish in our life. I have made such a freaking long to-do list for myself on every angle. Like, I really better get busy on preparing well, creating order, and proceeding in small but sure steps. Like, between all the podcasts that I want to do, I have a whole list of broadcasts and live streams for my YouTube channel, Sadie Marie Cherico, which I did post a little Ella campaign video on it last night. If you want to see me act like a weirdo, go to my YouTube, Sadie Marie Cherico. I have a spiritual to-do list, which I better get moving on, right? I have an emotional mastery to-do list. I have a lot of things that I've set up for myself. All good, all fun, but it's like, wow. And like physically too, I have physical goals that I would like to maintain or achieve. A lot. What about love goals? What about things that we want to experience in our heart? We want to open up our heart more. We want to love more. So anyways, what do we want to do? What do we want to create? What do we want to experience? What do we want to feel? What do we want to think? How do we want to expand? So whatever goals we have set for ourselves, if we want to reach them, We got to create some order, set a direction, prepare well, and proceed in small but sure steps. So yeah, I definitely know the power and effectiveness of small increments. Like cleaning my house. I learned a long time ago, like I cannot clean this beast all in one day. Like my house is pretty big actually for me to clean it all ever, like all at once, you know? So it's like, okay, I just got to do a little bit here, a little bit there, do something in this room. You know what I mean? Like even like when it comes time to clean the windows, I think I have like 22 windows or something. I can't do that all in one day. Are you nuts? You know, like, so small achievable steps. On Mondays, I do this. On Tuesdays, I do this. Wednesday, you know, like I just try to get into a rhythm so that I'm not living in a complete dirt hole, you know? You know. So anyways, what else did it say? Shortcuts often result in failure or skipping steps. So yeah, let's keep doing our things. Also, my favorite part about the law of process is knowing to appreciate the accomplishment of a step toward a goal. So give yourself credit for what you're doing. Be like, good job, I did this. Like, okay, I meditated for 15 minutes. Excellent. I have phenomenal commitment skills. I have phenomenal. I am phenomenal. I am enough. So make sure that you pat yourself on the back for the things you're doing. Good. I vacuumed today. Awesome. Good. I did another page on my research paper. Like, good. I'm one step closer to recording the Goldenrod podcast. I'm almost ready. I'm doing so good. I'm on my path. So yeah, appreciate the accomplishment of your steps. Don't take shortcuts, I guess. Don't skip things. Don't try to skip over things. You got to learn your lessons. You have to understand things. And that's why, like, sometimes my projects take too long. Like, I don't like to publish them until I have a firm grasp and understanding of what it is that I want to put out. So anyways, that is the law of process. It is an awareness that we have things to accomplish in our life. So this morning I had hot cacao, drank. I had a little older burdock root tea on the stove, so I heated that up and made some cacao. But what I'm drinking now is marshmallow root water. So in our digging and yard work yesterday, the girls came across a random marshmallow root in this one bed that we are relocating. We're getting rid of the bed. It's falling apart and it's full of crabgrass, so we're just gonna get rid of it. Anyways, I love marshmallow root so much. It just is so moistening. I'm excited. That's my next yard project. I have a bigger bed full of marshmallow roots. So I am going to dig them, wash them, chop them up a bit, and then freeze them, because then you get that fresh experience of the slickness of the water. You can dehydrate them, but if you have marshmallow root, try freezing them. I'm just so impressed with it. I just love it so much. I just, at this point in my life, don't think I would want to go through winter having like a dry throat without marshmallow root. I just don't think I can. So anyways, let's get out the magic of flowers here. Move the box. Oh, I didn't move my desk around. I just decided that after seeing that woodpecker last week, I have to be able to look out this window and look at just a lilac bush and the back end of a white church. Like, this is much more of a beautiful scene than looking at the street in my neighbor's house. So I didn't rearrange my desk, but what I did do was take another desk and put it off to the right of me that I can do live streams. And then my sewing desk is now upstairs in my room. So anyone who's following my arrangement of desks, I just have limited this room to only having 2 desks for now, and took a desk upstairs for sewing, because I'm not probably going to sew very much at this point. We've got snot rags, we've got pee-pee cloths. Yeah, we use reusable cloth pee-pee cloths here. It helps, man, with saving trees, saving money for toilet paper. They're just nice to have. They're deluxe, you know. And then when we poop, why am I talking about this? When we poop, we use butt wipes, which is the opposite of saving trees, but oh well. Okay, shut up, Sadie. Pull a Magic of Flowers card. It's Monday. It is Monday. So here's what I want to do. Hold my cards up to my chest. I often put my cards to my heart space. And I breathe them in, and I let my energy swirl through them so that they can reflect to me what it is I am ready to think about, to know, to contemplate, to experience, to grow. All right, so this is an awesome deck. I mean, if you were just going to go out and buy one deck today, I might suggest The Magic of Flowers by Tess Whitehurst. These cards are like butter in my hands. They feel so good. Like these, this would be the deck that you'd want to travel around with, because these cards are just so beautiful, so amazing. They feel good to shuffle. The book is sweet. Her insight is awesome. So let's think about what it is we want. Okay, give me a card. I got a card. As I'm thinking about this layout, the card pops in. So this center card is going to represent where we're at, okay? And then we need to do, we're going to basically do a plus sign or cross. Okay, so I'm not looking at this card. The card in my hand is where we're at. The left and right outward horizontal cards are going to be what our ego maybe needs to address. The things around us, the things in our reality, our horizontal experience, like what's going on there, outward. And then we're going to do up and down for our horizontal spiritual connection. Like what type of energies do we want to anchor in, or what do we need to look for inner guidance or things like that. So we're going to have in the center us right here, right now. And then we're going to go horizontal and vertical for the horizontal representing our 3D incarnation. And of course, horizontal is us and spirit and our true selves. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing. All right, so right here, wow, right here, right now, it's Hydrangea. So it's this beautiful woman sitting like Kuan Yin on the rock bench in her, she's got one, is this lotus pose or is this, I'd have to look and see what is the name of this, but she's sitting on the bench with one leg curled up, you know, Indian style, one foot on the ground, on the rock, one hand down, one hand up, her right hand up. And Hydrangea is all about restructuring the pattern. So this is our current energy. This is where we've been. This is what we've been doing. 1, recognizing the patterns. 2, observing, be aware of the patterns. And 3, restructuring the patterns. So I know that we've all been noticing the patterns in our life. The pattern, it's really easy sometimes to see the patterns in other people's life. Like, why can't they see they keep recreating this bullshit again and again? But what we really need to do is be aware of our own patterns. And maybe ask ourselves, why do I keep attracting people that can't, you know, restructure their patterns? Or just notice what's going on in our life, being very aware of patterns. And and knowing that we have the power to restructure them. Okay, very good. I like this so much. One, because it's like, yeah, we are doing the work. Now, behind her are these two hydrangea bushes in the background to the left and right of her. And some of them have purple-ish, some of them have pinkish, some of them have bluish flowers. Now, if you know anything about hydrangea, you know that you can influence that bush. The color of the flowers it's directly related and as a result of the pH of the soil. So if you don't like the color of your hydrangea flowers, you just alter the pH of the soil. You amend the soil. You add something to the soil that changes the pH. And then the color of the flowers will change. So isn't that an amazing teacher, amazing nature teacher, amazing lesson from Gaia? If you don't like it, change it. You can change the color of the flowers. You can change the color of your life. You can change the patterns in your life. You don't have to accept anything as it is. Ultimately, you have the power to change everything around you, because everything around you is coming from within you, your energy. So restructure the pattern. So I love this picture because she is lighted up from the back. There's just this amazing energy coming off of her. She's focused, she's goddess. She has her hands up, giving this rainbow beam of energy going upward, downward. And that's interesting that I wanted to do an as above, so below kind of layout. Downward, she has this beautiful violet light, white light, violet stream, almost like a watery stream coming down from her hand that's pointed towards the earth. So she is giving and receiving. She is receiving and she is anchoring. She is restructuring the pattern. She is in her power. And that's where we're at. So, yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right, so this makes me want to do top and bottom first, because it's like we have been doing the work. So we are, oh no, 3 cards came off the bottom, you guys. So much for my plan. So much for, and I have to honor the top card too. All right, so these apparently we're gonna do cards everywhere. All right, so we've got 1, 2 at the top, and 2 reversed ones at the bottom. Okay. Never mind my whole plus sign, cross sign, because all these cards, oh my God, all these cards came off. Now, here's the beautiful thing. As we go upward, we're going into Rose and Datura. Okay? So as we go upward for our guidance, we are tapping into the energy of unconditional love. And we are using it, as Datura says, to understand our true purpose, our true motives in life. So what law are we doing today? The law of process that says this law is an awareness that we have things to accomplish in our life. So as we tap into this perspective of unconditional love, our soul's purpose, we look at the Datura card, and she's looking into this crystal ball that's lighted up, and she's understanding her true purpose. A lot of times when this card comes through, it's because we want to understand like other people's true purposes and what the hell they're even up to. But this is a totally different perspective for this card right now, because it is up there with Rose, with unconditional love. And it's saying, what is your true purpose, right? The rose represents pure love. If you are coming at this life from a place of pure heart, pure connection, pure love, then what do you think your soul's true purpose is, right? What do you think your true motives are? Are you restructuring the pattern in your life to keep yourself on that spiritual journey, to keep yourself in a place of self-love, self-acceptance, and service to the all, right? This unconditional love. Like, are you here to help everyone, right? Only you know if you're trying to restructure the pattern. You either have two choices: service to self or service to others. And if you're just trying to restructure the pattern so you can be an even greedier bugger, then, you know, your motives aren't in alignment with Source. Your motives aren't in alignment with your spirit, who is here to, of course, have its own experiences, but also serve the all, because we are all one. Okay, so that's what's coming upward now. We've got two going upward, two going downward. The two bottom cards are actually reversed, and it's Lily and Forget-Me-Not, which I just saw some Forget-Me-Nots in my mother's bathroom. She had some in her flower arrangement. So yeah, my mom's doing great. She's like able to go outside and pick some flowers. She's just really moving slow and taking it easy, but she has phenomenal coping skills. So Lily is all about asking for help, and Forget-Me-Not is a fresh perspective. So as we go up into our higher selves, as we go into our inner guidance, as we stay in that vertical energy of receiving, that is where we want to ask for our help. We don't want to ask for help horizontal. Horizontal is me asking you what you think. Horizontal is, you know, looking outside of ourselves for the answers. Hell no, sweetheart. Where you want to seek your answers is within. It's within. You ask your answers upward into Gaia, or no, upward into spirit or downward into Gaia, right? Like, all of your asking for help and guidance needs to be either upward into spirit or downward into the earth. Vertical, okay? Your best support system is vertical. So if you can understand that concept, vertical is going like, you know, that beam, that column of light that goes vertical up into the ethers and downward into the crystalline heart of Gaia. That is where you're going to find all your strength. That's where you're going to find your fresh perspective there. You're going to find unconditional love there. You're going to see clearly, understand your true purpose, your true motives, your true path. It's when we start looking outward, horizontal, into the ego realm, this 3D realm, this incarnation that you have. That's the horizontal perspective. That's when you get confused. Now, if you have this solid anchor, this solid column of light, this solid energetic support system, then you can go play out in the horizontal realm and have something to offer everyone and be able to maintain a true connection to who you are and be able to do your goals that you have. The law of process then works so much better after you have this vertical support system first, okay? So I love it. I love this so much. I hope you're following, because this is kind of, I think you're following. All right, so anyways, hydrangeas in the center with rose and datura on top and lily and forget-me-not on the bottom. So ask for help into Gaia. Put your energetic hands down into Gaia. Ask for her guidance right now. Like, there's so much guidance right now. If you just go out into nature, you'll be walking around and you'll see a plant that's like, hey, look at me. Now it's time for you to take my roots. Now it's time for you to harvest this medicine. Or look at me, take one last look at me, because you're not going to see me until next season. Appreciate all the beauty that, like the calendula flowers. That is what prompted me to come inside to get my camera today, because I wanted to take a picture of her with her beautiful frosted diamonds. She's so resilient, calendula. She is so amazing. She has such beautiful medicine, and she has been such sunshine and happiness in the garden. So this lily, of course, is the orange day lily, and I appreciated the day lily when it was here. I love to eat the day lily, just like one. It tastes like a green pepper, just your regular outhouse day lily. They're very tasty, but they have a message here today to make sure you are asking for help from Gaia. Ask for help from Gaia, from Mother Earth, from the great spirit that we reside in, the great Mother Spirit. So make sure you are connecting with that. And yeah, you'll have a fresh perspective. Forget-me-not is one of the tiniest flowers, but even being one of the smallest flowers, it still matters. It's still important. Its wisdom is just as important as the tallest tree, as the biggest beast in the ocean, as the largest whale. Like, this tiny little flower is just as significant as something great and grand and big. So if we are ever feeling small, make sure that we understand that even if we are feeling small, we are still significant, and our experience is part of the whole, and we are important. We do matter. We have purpose, and creation wouldn't be complete without you. Okay, so I think now I'm going to shuffle the deck. We're going to go horizontal, and we are going to see what it is that we could be working on in this horizontal playing field. We're going to have just a very clear top and bottom card. I'm going to put the deck over here. And I think I might lay them on their sides, you guys. So the cards that we have is Foxglove and Carnation. Okay. So they're both upright, but they'll be looking like they're shooting towards the right side. They're shooting off my desk. This looks awesome, you guys. This layout is way cooler than I initially thought. All right, so Foxglove is a message about summon your courage, and Carnation is about rebirth. So yeah, Foxglove and Carnation, what an amazing unfolding, because as we get our vertical support system, right, our vertical support system, we can go out into the horizontal playground where our physical body is incarnated, and we can then play. We can summon our courage and rebirth ourselves, because we have restructured the pattern. We have restructured ourselves. We have clarified our minds. We have tapped into that unconditional loving energy that we have access to. We have connected with Source. We understand our true purpose, our true motives. We've asked for help, and we are fully supported vertically. And we've got the new fresh perspective. So now we can go out horizontally into our lives, our outer lives, and be courageous and have the strength and audacity and courage to rebirth ourselves as our new being, as our new way of being. We might look completely the same on the outside, but we are definitely not the same on the inside. Our perspective has changed greatly. Even if it was just a few small adjustments that needed to be made, we are seeing the world now with fresh eyes. We are not the same person we were not even a week ago. So Foxglove and Carnation they both have this swooping energy. So Foxglove, as you look at her standing in her little patch of foxgloves, she's looking upward with her horn, her literal horn made out of like a cow's horn. She's blowing it like doo, 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 doo. And she is making the call. She's got her sword wrapped around her. She's got her armor on. She is courageous. She is calling in her experiences. She is calling in her guides. She's putting out the clarion call, right? Like, we are doing this now. We are being ourselves for real now. And Carnation has that same kind of swooping angle as she bursts out of the flaming carnation. Bursts up, but right now it looks like she's bursting out like a cannon, because she is being reborn from the flames. She is being born anew. So what an incredible layout, for us to go vertical, get that support system, go within, anchor in, restructure, just come into our completeness, our fullness. This is like a great Monday message. And then have the courage to just explode into the world, birth ourselves into the world. Do not be fearful. Do not hold back. Do not resist who you truly are. It's time to let yourself out, not for the sake of proving yourself to anyone, but for the sake of proving yourself to yourself that you have the courage to be you, that you love yourself enough to just let yourself be yourself, and that this new way of being and thinking and feeling and expressing yourself is okay to do in the world. It really is. You're going to create your own new world. Whew. So if you got time to hang out, I just want to look in the book, because I know my perspective could be limited, and I know that, I've got my own thing going on, but everybody has their own perspective. So I just want to look in the book, because there might be a little message here that I've overlooked, or a big message I've overlooked, or there might just be something else that we could hear, you could hear. So I'm just going to go over real quick, because Tess has done an amazing job of listing the magical specialties of each of these flowers. So I'm just going to go over the keywords for Hydrangea, and we'll do the other ones too real quick, so we can kind of just see where we're at, because this was a where we're at energy reading and where we're going. So Hydrangea in the center, magical specialties are boundaries, deconstructing challenging karmic patterns, hex breaking, protection, redirecting curses and psychic attacks, and restructuring energy fields. So yeah, if there's any bad energy coming at us right now, we can kind of boom, put up our shield of light, restructure it, just sort of like it's coming at us, and just very gently we're redirecting it, just pushing it off that way, bing, you can't touch me. And kind of breaking old spells, breaking hexes, breaking patterns, all that kind of stuff. It is ready to end. So we're just going to graze over these beautiful keywords and kind of have a look now at Rose. Its magical specialties is abundance, beauty, clearing, blessing, dreams, emotional healing, friendship, protection, purification, romantic love, secrecy, self-love, and spirituality. So if any of that energy now is coming from any of those angles, we can deal with it. We're ready to clear. We are ready to protect ourselves just a tiny bit, because as we birth into our new selves, we do have to create a safe space for us. So yeah, like I'm seeing like this like kind of circle of flame around me right now. Like as I protect my celibate space, as I protect this space where I can just love myself without involving anyone else right now. Yeah, I love it. I love it. These energetic boundaries that aren't nasty, dirty walls. They're literally like fire and light and swirling energy and protection and healing energy. Healing energy. So let's go over to Datura. And she has all these circles in her picture. You know, she's looking into that crystal ball in front of a circle window. So she has two circles of light around her. The rose too is a mandala, a nice circle there as well. So Datura's magical specialties are astral travel, concealment and invisibility, discernment, divination, enchantment, and magical power. So as we go up into the higher realms, we can connect with guides, support systems, energies that we're not going to find when we're looking in the horizontal playground down here on earth. We must go upward. So we can meditate more, we can get more divination messages as we connect with our cards and our runes and our inner voice, and we can really tap into that magical power now as we ask for guidance. So that takes us downward into Lily, which was a message to ask for help. Lily's magical specialties are angel invocation, which is fun to me because I got that angel Bible, and I just feel like maybe right now, like those collective consciousnesses that we define as angels are available to me. So angel invocation, divine assistance, divine love, divine beauty, entity clearing and protection, goddess alignment, harmony, ease, legal success, safe and harmonious travel. So we are protected. We've asked for help and we are getting the assistance that we need. I love that it has divine love, divine beauty. I also love that it has entity clearing and protection, because with Hydrangea, we are clearing, we are breaking hexes, we are clearing curses, and all of that. It really is time for us to purify ourselves. And even Carnation has that coming up. But first we're going to do Forget Me Not. Don't forget about Forget Me Not. Don't skip over the details and the little guys. Forget Me Not, that fresh perspective. Its magical specialties are clarity and focus, health, love, memory, organization, and efficiency, right? We are talking about the law of process today, which told us to create order. We must set a direction and prepare well and proceed in small but sure steps if we're going to get anything done. So the Forget-Me-Nots magical specialties of organization and efficiency are right on key. Perspective and success. So let's stay focused on who we are, what we want to do, what we want to accomplish. Success is ours. Success is guaranteed. We just have to stay on the path and listen to our guidance and summon our courage with the foxglove. So all of this beautiful vertical support is going to help us in our horizontal life as we go out to do the things that we want to do. Foxglove's magical specialties are courage. Being out in the garden is going to be so fun this week, because Foxglove also is about fairy connection, listening to the plant spirits, listening to the devas, connecting with the fairies. Foxglove also has a message of heart healing and protection. So her armor is gorgeous. It's got shades of turquoise, lime green, copper, bronze, all these beautiful colors that aren't here to keep out the world, just, protect our soft heart so that we can allow it to open fully. And our last card, the Carnation, we've gotten like 4 or 5 messages of protection with these flowers, because it is time for us to birth into our new selves, birth into the world. It's a rebirth. Yeah, you're already born once. Here it comes again, a new you. So Carnation, coming up from those flaming red carnations, the magical specialties from Carnation is beauty, heart healing, longevity, love, perspective, rebirth, and vigor. So you've got the stamina. You've got the ability to journey on this path that sometimes can feel kind of long when you're in the middle of it. But you're able to do this. You're powerful. You have phenomenal coping skills. You have extraordinary energy and vigor. You are capable of doing everything that you set out to do. So there we go. How are we heading out on this week, this new day, this brand new good day? You are capable of creating your own way, especially when you tap into that energy of your vertical support system. Now, when I look at this layout, I don't see a cut and dry one line vertical support system. They're like coming in from angles. So maybe it's just safer to say our internal support system, because once you go inside, maybe up and down, it's not exactly clear, but we've got energies coming at us from all directions. So you are capable of creating your own way. You are capable of creating your own day, your own new way of being. So have the courage, feel the support, enjoy the fresh perspective, love the clarity, and give love out, because that's what it's all about. So thank you, Hydrangea. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Datura. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Forget-Me-Not. Thank you, Foxglove. And thank you, Carnation, for coming in today and just guiding our way. And where does our way go? It goes inside of us. So it's like, give me guidance, and we get the same old answer that we always get. Go within. Go within and find your strength, find your purpose, and find the expression within you that is now ready to give birth. So on that note, let's do this. Let's go, Monday.